What in the name of Eora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it.
Never a dull moment.
We're set rough! Beyond sync! Quick as a fox!
Next one's mine!
That's done? Who's hungry? Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here? Never sure if they have their own secret base. I'll say it. I'm impressed.
Let's see what we got.
Let's clear the room first.
You're a good friend. I won't let him through. Where's my bar? Come and get me!
We're good.
Still recovering.
Another soul for the wheel. If there are any monsters left, show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the island.
Come, hear us through the Adra. Find us.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The equipment was compensating for a poor connection to the Beyond. Here, we won't have that problem. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts. We welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. None who remember us still live. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. This prison clouds our mind, our memories as murky as fetid water. Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it? Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. Most of a day. Better drink some water. You, lost some fluids.
Hey, happens to the best of us.
While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it? Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the dream scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the dream scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the living lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the living lands is their prison, their tomb. Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it. Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I start? Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. I wouldn't count on it. Besides, what good am I to Fior Mesiverno anymore? The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain! They come from the outside. How did we not see them?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? I don't like the sound of that. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on, there's a way up those stairs.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here, it changes everything. Oh my god, no!
Andra's deaths. This was no accident.
What happened? It's all gone. The city. My home. Right. We should be a moving target, in case anyone comes for us next. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come. There's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your own. You're allowed to own it.
Laid in the dark.
Hey! Over here!
Not bad for a scholar. I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. We've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. There's trouble. We can help.
Again and again they strike.
Stop right there.
Let's finish this.
Come and get me! Right. It's the end.
Okay?
Lost.
Back over here.
One for you! Turn back. Take the animals with you.
They've got the advantage. Unless you want to fight, give them a wide berth.
Why will they not leave us? It cuts. It cuts.
there's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? Motherfuckers. I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history. Everything we are.
Not as long as there are people who remember it.
How many thorns must we claw out?
Oldest garrote canals.
They've got the advantage. Unless you want to fight, give them a wide berth.
Quick and painless.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
What are we waiting for? I have some aggression to unleash.
Why will they not leave us? It cuts. It cuts.
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
These people are looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Kulichi.
Hope seems lost, but
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Inasi, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? Her people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly her people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adiran banner is complicit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adiran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my father fled the Valian republics.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't strong enough to bear it. Not for me, perhaps. You must understand. My mother had the dream scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giada.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it. What? And this is the source of our troubles? But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell her, it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
There's no other explanation for the spiritual shift in the living lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise. Exactly. As long as we are animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
It's unpredictable, and that's why it has a chance to succeed.
When did you grow a spine, Ignacy?
Who says I have? Take care in your travels, Giada. May we meet again.
My days of subterfuge are behind me. Be the leader these people need, and they will follow you anywhere.
What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp, so we've got to get there now. Before Fiora went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ah, what a whirlwind. Gods, I love that tiny woman. You'll need both to survive the Living Lands, but at least you won't be lacking in good judgment.
Don't speak too soon.
I can promise you a good brain, but it doesn't always come with good judgment. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Seems like a lifetime ago I was worried about the harvest. Now look at us. Kind of you to ask, but no. We need to sort through this as a community, if that's what we are. I had a chance to pack up some goods before the adherents put the rest to the torch. Any of it's yours for the right price.
It's you. The godlike. The Rangers told me you help people in dire straits. I thought they were lying. But here you are. Where were you when the Garrote came? Couldn't anyone have prevented this? Forgive me, please. I forget myself. Yes. I know everyone here is. But they cannot begin to grasp what my family has been through. I'll be straight with you. The Steel Garrote's captain stole something precious from me. It wasn't enough to burn our city. Now they have to loot us too. She'll let you close. You can take her prize back. But you will have to kill her first. A relic of Old Valia. I don't know its actual value, but it's a treasure to me. My young nephew stood up to the Steel Garrote before they attacked. The captain gutted him and looted his ring. An heirloom with our family crest. Nothing can quench a loss this deep. But I can still have justice. I want that commander to die as painfully as he did. You'll find her at the Eastern Watchtower. It is not far from here. I warn you, though, her troops will probably still be with her. I hope you are right. I can't think about her wearing our emblem. It makes me ill. I should go now. My sister will need help preparing my nephew's body. We'll both be praying for you. Damn the adherents. Damn the steel garrote. Spit on their graves. How can our family go on?
You heard Vidaro. The settlement is done for.
This cell is our home. I can't believe you're ready to abandon it.
You're messy there.
I can't believe it. My city. It's all gone.
I'm so scared. Sorry. I've left a few homes over the years, but I've never lost one like that.
We should talk. Fior Messiverno was the pride of 2 generations. And now, nothing but ashes and embers. My home, my lab, my parents. It feels as if I lost them all over again. The steel garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. I doubt they know the meaning of the word. They seem a little out of touch. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? I do. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. Not before I've done some reading. I'm going to miss Fuel, Miss Iverna.
I still can't believe it. Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. At least she got what was coming to her. She did. I think that's the part that haunts me worse than what she did. How do you keep yourself on the right path, especially when there's so much at stake? Maybe. But I've seen better soldiers than Dorso cross lines you can't come back from. I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast. Easier said than done. Empires are hungry, Envoy, and they devour their own too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with. Not a whole lot, and I've been happy keeping it that way. Playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places they shouldn't be, it makes me queasy. Despite what we've been able to learn from it here.
Animancy is many things to many people. A tool, a philosophy, a lens to see the world from a different angle. But it isn't for everyone.
Still, I'm happy to leave those pursuits to other people.
Exactly. Other people. People who are a safe distance away. No offense.
You have your point of view, and I have mine.
Hundreds of years ago, if I remember my history. I can see why your people outlawed it.
It was one isolated incident. What a waste of potential.
I've just always felt more comfortable with things I can see and grasp for myself. Then I guess it's better that you're the one with the connection to this strange new god. Night, Envoy.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death. The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now. They sing, in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive. No suffering, no end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Not saying a word.
Hey! Over here! Good one! I was just getting warmed up. This one's mine.
Never had a chance.
How'd you do that? On your right!
Careful, to the left!
I'm coming for Ludwig next. Subtle as a mouse. soldiers by the watchtower. Take care.
Envoy, what are you doing here? Our report said you were still in Fjord. I wish it hadn't come to that, but the Furians gave us no choice.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't tear your soul apart.
Because one wrong move from you and my soldiers will shoot. Now, state your business, and don't waste my time. We're moving out. Oh? And how many did you cut down in Donshore alone? I killed one sentry. I'm not going to answer for the rest. It was a token to prove my honor. It's tradition. You know that. You question the honor of the Steel Garrote? Your title has gone to your head. Someone needs to teach you a lesson in humility. Attack!
Protect the envoy!
I say!
To the could this have happened?
Where the best animals were.
Is it done? Is the captain dead? I knew I could trust you. And the ring? My family will never hear. But at least we have something to remember him by. The gods favor you. Safe journey, godlike.
Caravans to Paradise will leave here once a week for those who do not wish to stay.
What's the target?
Over here!
We've got better things to do. They're coming!
Hold on. Another win, but who's counting?
How you come back from something like this?
Thank the gods you weren't there when it happened. Thank the gods. I wish I'd finally...
Let's finish this. Behind it! Not bad for a scholar.
That's one for us. Let's see what...
Watch your eyes!
Decades of building a home here. Gone.
Looking so good.
Worth that roll! Beyond safe!
Where? Come and get me!
Worth that roll!
Well, there are worse places to go.
Give me a target.
We've got company. Enemy to the right.
Don't! Coming from your right. I was just getting warmed up.
Seems to be missing a few parts.
happened here. The end of an age. For centuries we stood tall. But the winds were violent. The infection weakened our roots. Day turns to night now. How do we survive when the tempest roils? Our leaves sway in the summer breeze. They fall, they grow again. The seasons change. We change. It soothes us.
Good to see you again, Envoy. I told you. Luckily, those steel garrote soldiers at the gate. Aye, they killed those poor... Not a fan, I take it? Well, you're certain. Anyway, it's not my business to interfere in.
Here.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one adherent to another. There will be time for that once our business is concluded. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand. One might argue they brought it on themselves. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight. All we've done is speed things along to their inevitable conclusion. One way or another, Fjord Messiverno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fjord Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Help takes many forms. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes. And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Decent men die every day. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerty. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
You're mine now!
You're right!
Over here!
Behind done it better.
What's the target? Stop right there. That's it for me. West is rough.
Worth that rock!
You'd make a good animator.
Who's ready for more?
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground. I'm glad you think so. Because right now you're the only Adiran whose opinion matters to me. I will not forget Fiume Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? That's good to hear. We'll find allies in Shatterscarp, if it's anything like I remember. Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rowatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed. That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Town full of survivors? Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge. Indeed, and deep roots waiting to be unearthed. Yatsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me, then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fiorme Siverno. I just wanted you to know. No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.